Okay, golf companies have been seriously affected by this drought, and farmers have got creamed because the milk prices have gone up so much, and medical marijuana growers are also being very affected by this drought.
California has produced 1/3 of the United States vegetables and 2/3 of its fruits and nuts. So these are some of the foods that are being affected by the drought: avocados, berries, broccoli, grapes, lettuce, packaged salad, peppers, tomatoes.
The drought has started wildfires, and it's cost about $184.02 million. It burned down 631,378 acres, at least 145 injuries, and burnt down the entire town of Weed.
Less than 60% of average precipitation, and there's no sign of improvements. This is the 4th straight year of the drought. They refer to this drought as the mega drought, and 94% of California's $43 million agriculture business was hurt severely.
Okay, so this is Mr. Parrish, and we wanted to know how you feel about this situation.
California drought, right?
Yeah.
I have a couple friends who live in California, and I've been out there during the drought, so I've seen it. And, you know, it's tragic from an agricultural point of view because we get a lot of our food from there. But at the same time, you know, people need to realize this is a cycle of nature that, if anything, makes us realize that we're not really ready to adapt to, and that Mother Nature holds more power over us than our chemicals and technology do.
How would you feel if you were dealing with the drought?
Thirsty. No, but honestly, well, what do you mean, like, if I'm dealing with it? Like, if I'm a farmer, or I'm a citizen, or I'm a person with a lawn who has, like, watering restrictions, or, like, what's the context? Who am I?
A citizen.
A citizen?
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably going to have water restrictions, so I won't be able to water my lawn, water my garden. I would probably build rain barrels.
What do you think would be the best way to fix this?
To fix the drought.
Yeah.
Well, wow. I don't think it's anything you can really fix. It's just something you have to wait. The temptation is to look for water in other sources, right? And so the ocean's full of water, but it's all salty. So you have to build desalination plants. And those are very inefficient, and they cost a lot of money to run, and so those don't really work. So then everybody looks to Michigan because we've got the Great Lakes, right? And we're not about ready to let our water be tapped to go elsewhere. So really, it has to be about conservation. It has to be about conservation. You know, people hate being told what to do. People hate being told how to live their lives. But the reality is, unless you actually change your behavior, you're just going to continue to suffer. So people need to use less water.
Okay, we are interviewing Mr. McDowell on his thoughts and opinions about the drought. So, how do you feel about this situation?
Well, I think it's a difficult situation for people in California to deal with. However, I think that we've spent a lot of time trying to let people live in places that naturally don't have a lot of fresh water.
How would you feel if you had to deal with the drought?
If I had to deal with the drought, I'd probably be rather upset. I mean, here in Michigan, we don't have to worry about water at all, being surrounded by 1/5 of the world's fresh water. But I would probably make sure that I didn't have a yard, I didn't have a car that I felt needed to be washed every day, and I would limit the number of showers and other ways I use water.
Do you feel like the drought affects you?
The only way that the drought affects me is I know that currently there's some talk about wanting to run a pipeline from the Great Lakes out to California or Colorado, and that would upset me.
How do you feel about the California drought?
It's really bad.
How would you deal with this if you were in this situation?
And water plants and...
You don't have enough water!
I don't know.
I'm buying water bottles. Come on.
Alright. I would move.
You'd move? How would you adjust your lifestyle if you were in this situation?
I would move.
I can't breathe. What do you think the best way to fix this situation is?
The what?
The best way to fix this situation?
Move.